Them hustle sote, they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar, just they get it higher power. Over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego die the political. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo dododo. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun dá wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun today. Oh.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary.
I am now in charge. Lamidi Babalawo Apapa Wolf has taken over Labour Party in his mind. Tonight, share this broadcast.
Mayegun lawamo dododo. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Tell them.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun today, I miss you too.
Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí.
I will talk.
Ijó ìgbádùn rẹ̀. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ìrẹsì ló bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, share this broadcast. Like the broadcast. That is your offering. Before you get so settled and so busy with your fingers, typing, commenting, fighting, and all of that, calm down. Do this step by step. As you are joining, share the broadcast, like the broadcast, read the caption, read the description, sit back, fill that cup, either with whiskey or coffee, and relax. Thank you. I have been away for just about 24 hours. I mean, I should have been with you last night, but I was so tired. That's the confession, okay? So I had to take that break. But I feel kind of invigorated, like I feel energized and refreshed. So I was kind of walking about as usual when the news of Babalawo Apapa, that is Babalawo Wolf. How did I find that out? Remember, Kolu might have run away from Nigeria to avoid being subpoenaed by the court. You know what subpoena means? It simply means that in all the cases in the tribunal, you would need Kolu, right, to take a stand, and in the face of the tribunal, in the face of that court, to confess to all the forgery and perjury that he is being charged for. Now, he's been away, but Atiku and Obi, they've been all around, and there are stories developing. So that's why we're going to start. That is where we are going to start tonight. The drama, let me say, when this Obi for president and the obedient army decided that they were going to take on the establishment, it was pretty much like a joke. I mean, to so many of the believers in the establishment, there is those who always tell you there is nothing you can do if you can't beat them. You have to join them. So it was the obedient who came up with no, if you can't beat them, call yourself, gather together and join hand and beat them. You can, but it was like a joke. Nobody took them serious until a month to election. And even with the election and the rigging and the rest of that, it became more prominent and more pronounced that Obi and obedient are not going away. No matter how much of gaslighting, profiling, even attack and killings on them will make them shut up or go away. Now that is prominent, right, and pronounced. What they are doing right now, if they had the premonition of what this was going to become, what they are doing right now would have been done months back. Who does that? Talking about, let's start from that. Talking about people who are just 4 people tweeting in a room, noisemakers. They have no voter's card. They don't even know their polling unit. And so many other things you've heard about them that were pretty much like easy jokes. And guess those who are flying those jokes? The Mechanites, the Mechano boys, the SPV boys, as well as the Lagos Abobakus, the Agbadomites. They were jokes to them. So they had no structure, remember? Because what was Labour Party? Labour waiting. It was nothing to them. Right? Then suddenly, they became something. They were declared third in an election, right? And they were told to go to court. Pretty cool, right? But there is more. How come the establishment is interested in a structureless group? Is because the theory of if you can't beat them, you have to join them, has been demystified, defeated by the angry, organized Nigerians. That's the shocker. And that is the first problem they faced. They didn't know how to undo them, how to curtail them, how to control them. So they approached Obi himself on record. Now listen, we appreciate what you are doing. It's quite good. We realize that you and this, your obedient, will be very good in stopping Atiku for Tifnumbu. He was offered real money. And I think that was when the moment he actually annoyed them. Because what they offered him, is so far. You see me, they call far, huge than the peanuts that the likes of Lamidi, Apapa, and Co. are currently feasting on. And I'll tell you the whole story. because none of this is actually secret to any of you. Some of you are part of those who laughed at them, mocked at them. They had no structure, only for them to demystify the establishment, the structure, APC, PDP. They brought them into the open like never done before, ever. And that didn't go down well with all of you, did it? So they did everything to make it look like it is the Igbos who are trying to change the status quo. They were overstepping. They were ignoring the angry Nigerians who come from every family member of yours across Nigeria, that they had to unleash violence on them, but take over their party. Isn't that extreme? Trying to hijack their structureless party in order for him to withdraw their court case. Isn't that more like extreme? They call it strategy. They will teach you politics. How is that politics? Where the establishment is hell-bent in destroying the same country that has done so much for them, enough that they are so afraid of losing their feeding bottle. A structureless party housing the angry Nigerians that they said are nothing, because that's exactly what they are saying. Because I don't get it. Initially, I didn't get it, and even now, I am still trying to understand. Now, let me tell you the story. Immediately after the elections, the results, despite all the suppression, oppression, manipulation, and the rest of all that you saw, that they are doing their best to make you forget right now, they are telling you to move on. No, you're not moving on. You can pretend to move on, but you're never going to move on. Ask those who became the victims of APC, Egbekebe, because they tried to warn the rest of you 8 years ago. So you can't move on. But hang on. They say go to court, and you are currently in court. Then from the blues, a man called, where's that picture? Yeah, found it. The journey of how structureless the group of not so much of a threat to the establishment in Nigeria, how to bring about this babalawo. I know I told you a lot about how the establishment works, okay? They go dirty a lot. And all of these are just, let them be experience for a lot of you who kind of fell for the lies that Nigeria was about to conduct an election instead of a selection or a charade. A lot of you are yet to recover from that 10 months journey, the journey that you believed you will teach the establishment a lesson. The establishment said it will teach you a lesson. Now, teaching one another a lesson has now left everyone kind of angrier, put it that way, because they feel more cheated. They wish they never tried. The fact that they attempted it and they discovered that a lot that they have told you about PDP and APC, a lot they have told you about the establishment in Nigeria, a lot I have told you, these people demystified everything. They demystified everything. If you no get money, no go into politics, they demystified that. Nigerians love their chains. They love their oppressors. No matter what you do, they will always follow their oppressors. No, disobedient, demystified that. If you don't pay them money, they know they vote. They demystified that. So they demystified everything. That automatically make them a threat. And being a threat to the establishment, don't be surprised that at least everybody should be all up against APC, Abi, because everybody agrees that APC have ruined Nigeria, Abi. But surprisingly, now only Labour Party, Obi, is receiving all the attacks from everyone. What does that tell you? Okay, I'll come back to that. So they brought this guy, and they said, Obi and Obi Dati and obedient, according to Apapa, they came to hijack Labour Party in a fraudulent way. Now, let's take a step back, just a little step back, so that you understand this, in context. The establishment in Nigeria is not just the political party or the political parties you've seen. The major ones, PDP, APC, here you get. With surrounding them are those elites, your business moguls, your billionaires, your quota system billionaires, and so many other, wealth without enterprise individuals in Nigeria. Your clerics, your pastors, your imams, your sheikhi, here you get. And every one of them, including some of those who you will think should be a little bit upright because they have no real visible connection with any of these, yet they still speak the language of the establishment. It's a spread all like that. They call you ordinary Nigerians. Do you know that's what they call you? There's class. Somebody says it's a class war. So whenever they want to address Nigerians, they will say ordinary Nigerians. You see those ones who feels like they are better than you. They are those who are directly and indirectly benefiting from the largesse. So that is the establishment in a longer stretch. So when you have political parties that are different from APC and PDP, don't see them as opposition to APC and PDP. They are appendages. They are branches of APC and PDP. From time immemorial, two major parties in Nigeria controls the rest of the parties in Nigeria. They currently have 18 political parties, by the way. So sometimes when you're wondering that, why can't all the political parties come together and form something and fight the major parties? They can't, because they are owned by the two major ones. So if you are running away from PDP and APC because you want to go and change Nigeria, you want to make a difference in Nigeria, because you have this beautiful, wonderful political idea of how to change Nigeria, then you decided to go into a particular small political party in Nigeria. You actually go into the branch office of PDP and APC because they are executives, they are the branch office holders of APC, PDP. So even if you decided to go and start your own political party, here you get, you will need people to fill up those places, won't you? Then you welcome the PDP, APC political appendages to hold those places for you. And when the time is right, they always align. It doesn't take time. They always align. Once they receive the call up from their major, they will align. So you that goes into their midst, now you go become their dinner or supper, whatever, or breakfast, whatever the time is. That is the crooked political system in Nigeria. So immediately, Obi said he was joining Labour Party. A lot of people knew that it's going to be a matter of time. Yeah, it's going to be a matter of time before you begin to see the answer of all these guys, because they are owned. Well, unfortunately, this time around, they are owned by APC. But the obedient were so kind of strong-minded that they believe that at this stage, if you say Labour Party or anything, they are the lifeline of that. And I'm saying that logically, yes, you are. But nothing is logical about Nigeria. That's why some of you are currently asking, why is he doing all of this? Why is he trying to create all this problem? If he's actually love this party and he supports the Akiniko, Baba na grandma, you dey talk, all those questions, you have all your answers. You are entrapped in a system that they deliberately made redundant right? So that there will be no real challenger. It is systemic. It is systemic. Their law says if you join a political party to run for office and you are not a member of that political party, there is something called waiver. That waiver will allow you are not a member. You are supposed to be a member of political party for at least 6 months. Sorry, is it 6 or 3 months? No. They say 30 days or something. I don't know, whatever. But you have to be for a certain period. And you can then stand to run for office. Obi left PDP, resigned, right? Which means he's no longer a member of any party. Then he started meeting all these people until he met Labour Party. When he met Labour Party, that time they didn't have any crisis. So there was no issue at all. It was a gem party for those who are handling the party at the state level. Sure, you get. They don't really dabble much into the national. Now, those with the national, they chop national. When it comes to the state, everybody is his own lord of manor. Depends on how you can negotiate. It doesn't matter if they have their own candidates. It doesn't matter. Whoever pays more, they go for them. No noise. Nobody expects them to win presidency anyway. Imagine political parties that are there with no intention of winning any national election. Just participate and let the moguls come who won't become something and bring their money. And when it is 9 minutes, 11th hour, they will go to their parent party. That's how it's done. I participated in Nigerian politics before I left Nigeria in 2012. I was made PDP youth leader for my ward in Odo-Ogbolu local government. Yes, Odo-Ogbolu Ward 4. I was made the PDP youth leader. They were going to inaugurate me. They didn't know that I was already living in Nigeria. I was that good and very active locally that way. So to let you know that I participated, I know all this. They were going to make me a state chairman, what do you call it? PA to state chairman, PDP. They didn't know that I don't get my visa. That time, every time I sleep, now I never visit UK, sure you get. But every time I sleep, all my dream, now for UK, everywhere, I come like I don't do Nigeria again. But guess what? The point is this, I know them how it is done. I know Arabambi very well. Arabambi, the one that is pushing Lamidi, Apapa Wolf, Babalawo Apapa. I know him. I have known him. Like, I'm so surprised that the guy is still trying to look, dress, and look like somebody who is like in his 20s or his 30s. These are known political jobbers. And because this is his life, he is known to get all this, all these mad court injunctions. They will get court injunctions, so that you can come and pay them. Sure, you get. They have no other ambition. Every 4 years, I know these guys. Sometimes you will think he's a PDP member. Sometimes you think maybe he's ACN member. When Amosun was there, you will think it's ACN, then APC. When Benga Daniel was there, you will think it's PDP. But it's Labour. Sure, you get. So, that has been the game. So, looking at these guys from far and seeing him, acting up and, playing what they have always been playing locally, with so many of you obedient today, it kind of brings some sort of a mixed feelings. It's funny on the side and it is heartbreaking on the other. You know why it is funny is because, Leopard, they say we never change or change is sports, Abi. So whatever Arabambi and Co are doing, for those who are synonymous with them and things like that, it's kind of funny. But it is also sad because these guys are a product of a failed country. Merely looking at them, you can tell, these are people who live from hand to mouth, and they will do anything. They will do anything for money. They will do anything. And it seems that no matter how much they do or they have done, Baba, they just seems not to really change. Whatever money they are being given, every now and then, they still look haggard, wretched, and beggarly. I'm speaking from the point of somebody who actually knows this guy very well. Well, I told you, I said when Apapa was commissioned, because they are all the same, they said, look for something. Your real job is to take over the party. The moment Apapa takes over the party, it will sack all of the executives that are not known to him or ready to work with him. They have just one job. That one job is get all of the cases of Labour Party, whether na House of Assembly, whether na Senate, whether na Rep, or even a governor, whatever Labour Party is challenging in any court in Nigeria, it is with one single command. Labour Party's legal team, they will walk into those tribunals, and they will withdraw those cases by submitting no case afterward. Now, you would say, that's impossible, Mayegun. Of course. Don't ever say it is impossible. The intention is not to make it easy. The intention is to create the confusion. Look at what happened today. Do you know what happened today? Apapa, that once sacked the rest of the executives of Labour Party and appointed himself chairman, said, Abure, they forged the documents that they used in clearing Obi and Dati to join Labour Party. That they had their presidential candidate, but the presidential candidate was moved out, and his name was swapped for Obi and Dati. And when they were checking all the documents that they submitted to courts in changing the name of their candidate to that of Obi, Peter Obi, and Dati, they discovered that Abure and his crew, they forged the signatures of some of the executives. Do you get that? That's the accusation, no? So that more no mix out waiting there they really fight for. Even though you ask, why now? You know the intention, sure you get. But this is what they say they are fighting for. They said some people who also bought forms in Labour Party, they said Abure, Julius Abure, and his own exco, they forged the signatures of so many other members and other people in order to change Obi's name to that of their former, what have you. Now, they said they don't have anything against Obi, but they said they did the same thing for so many other candidates, governorship and senatorial candidates, that Abure did the same thing in changing the names of candidates, because when the obedient wave came, a lot of people started saying they want to run for office. They want to run for office. Many of them were never Labour Party members. Of course, you know that. And it was the same waiver they gave to Obi, they gave to everybody who contested the election. So what they are now saying is that all those waiver that Abure gave, they were forged. And because they were forged, Abure must be removed as chairman. Since Abure will be removed as chairman, Lamidi Apapa will now be the chairman. And being the chairman, they want to question all of the people that Abure gave waiver to. Meaning, since the signatures were forged, that simply means their waiver is illegal. So if they are in different courts, listen to this, if they are in different courts right now, challenging their election that they are rigged, they are wasting their time because their clearance is illegal. If they won election on Labour Party's platform in this last election, now that primarily means if they also got waiver to contest that election and they won, Shebi, you know that Labour Party won 8 Senate. Abi, they won about how many reps? 36 or so House of Reps. Wait, bless, I don't mix them up. Anyway, they won over 76 House of Assembly seats. Are you with me? So they said with Lamidi Apapa, what Lamidi Apapa is pushing is that all of these people who were given ticket to contest election under Labour Party in the last election, their clearance, their waiver by Abure is illegal. So which means all of the winners of Labour Party elections, Apapa is about to withdraw them. And get a court injunction that says, since it is, according to INEC, it is the political party that presents the candidate for election, not candidate themselves. So that therefore gives Apapa, if he is the chairman. Oh. Okay, before we get to that, it's like I'm going too fast, Abby. Okay, let's go back to what happened today. So Apapa suddenly have sons, different Sandalili, Abisan Fili, senior advocate of New Sons in Nigeria. Apapa currently have the capacity to employ senior advocate of Nigeria, people that get paid. One senior advocate of Nigeria, if you employ them, they get paid between 10 million and 15 million naira every month. Currently, Babalawo Apapa, this man on the left, where's that picture? Currently has about 4 senior advocates of Nigeria that are now working with him in order to prove the man on the right as having committed a crime by forging signature in clearing candidate for Labour Party in the last election, including Peter Obi. Now, this guy has 4 senior advocates of Nigeria on his team and so many other lawyers that are filing different cases in courts right now on his behalf against Labour Party. So they went to court today. Yeah? So in the court, the Abure's lawyers, the current chairman, his lawyer, they went to court to challenge the court's jurisdiction. No, you don't have jurisdiction. You cannot rule on this case. My lord, you are not allowed. That was the argument today. Oh. Argument that should the court have the jurisdiction to listen to this Apapa case or not. So the court now ruled today that yes, we have jurisdiction. We want to listen to the case. That's what happened in their court today. Oh. The court said, okay, you, Abure, and you, Apapa, meet us next week, Friday, so that we can begin to listen to your cases and your arguments. In a normal court, let me explain that to you. If, for example, let's say Nigeria, let's say as they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his lawyers, you know what his lawyers did? They went to court, and in one of their demand in court, they were like, the courts have no rights to even entertain any case against Nnamdi Kanu, because the process of his kidnap from Kenya to Nigeria was actually like illegal. So if Nigeria court entertain any case against Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria, the judges are committing international crime too. You know what the court said in Nigeria? They said, they agreed with Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers. They said, it is true, we have no jurisdiction on this case. Nigeria must take Nnamdi Kanu back to Kenya. And if they want the Nigerian court to try him, they must first report him in Kenya. Process is normal legal extradition. Now, if Nigeria win the case of extraditing Nnamdi Kanu, they can then bring him to Nigeria. Then they can then present a case against him. But by kidnapping him, they have already violated their rights. Sure, you understand? Which means the court would have to determine if truly, and what do you call it? Abure, which is the current chairman, is the one that Apapa is saying committed a crime. And because he committed a crime, he can no longer be the chairman. So Abure now take him to court to say, you, this court that Apapa came to, you have no jurisdiction. This is a party matter. It is none of your business. According to this and that, this is our party matter. So that was what they went to argue today. Oh. So the court now not be say who is chairman or who is not chairman. No, that's not what they went to do. It was about, can the court even listen to Apapa's case or not? But guess what? Apapa didn't only have sons, senior lawyers, and other junior lawyers. Apapa have the media. He has been given prime time on the top media channels in Nigeria. It will be there. Even when he was suspended by their National Executive Council, the neck of Labour Party, the highest ranking body of their party. Even when he got suspended, guess what? He got the prime time on TV. And all he had to do was just to say, no, it didn't happen. And that's it. So he had the media. Now, that's what happened inside court. Oh. When they got out of the court, Apapa declared himself chairman. Yes, he declared himself the chairman. And he said, now that the court has ruled that I am the chairman, I am giving Peter Obi lawyers who are handling any case in Nigerian tribunal, I give you 48 hours to come and report to me. I'm going to share that with you. Let's go to that court. Sorry, guys, those who are on TikTok, you won't be able to see that or see this, but you'll be able to hear it. So, Apapa, with the media suddenly started like, Apapa is in charge. I'm now in charge. I'm now in this. You know what I mean? It's a drama. Their intention is not really to control anything per se. Their intention is to create this acrimony, derail you, disturb you, as the APC, PD, and just some are banging you left and right. Internally, Apapa will be doing his things. But I have a story for you. It's called the backup story. Just to make you understand better. Now, Apapa declaring himself the chairman of Labour Party, now in charge.
For the party. Okay. Where we go? Yes, I will just talk to you. And see, the acting national chairman of the party was in court, Alhaji Bashiru Apapa Lamidi. And the court today pronounced very clearly that when a political party is in peace, they do not need the intervention of court. But once there is a crisis in the political party, a crack, that makes it impossible, that makes the center no longer to hold, that invitation by any of the interested party for the court to intervene will be entertained by court. So contrary to their position that the court lacked jurisdiction to entertain the matter, contrary to their position that the matter is not justiciable, my Lord in its infinite wisdom today said no, that the world cannot watch the party crumble without coming or stepping in to intervene. So today we thank the court most sincerely for dismissing the frivolous preliminary objection they brought to challenge the jurisdiction of the court. So that was what happened today, and we are very happy. The party is happy, and we wanted to go on with the case so that with the world we know who is the authentic chairman or leadership of the party. But they came up and said they were not ready. So we want the world to know that they are the ones that are now delaying the case. It is not longer on our part because we wanted that matter to be determined urgently. But they said they were not ready. So in order not for them to go back and begin to shout that the court shut them out, so we have to align with them today to say, well, let the court give them a date. And so the court has asked us to return back again on Friday next week. So that is what transpired today.
Okay, your name again?
Monday Mawa for Labour Party.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Alhaji Bashiru Lamidi Apapa, the acting national chairman of Labour Party. I am so pleased that justice has taken place today. Because under normal circumstances, we begin to doubt. But today, we are happy that the judge has acted promptly and reasonably. there's no doubt that I'm now in charge. It has now been confirmed by the court that I have the right to be in charge until another order is taking place. As of today, I'm the chairman, acting chairman of the party, and anybody who parades himself, apart from myself, is acting legally. And I want to tell the whole world that come next Friday, the real suit will start, when the issue of forgery, conspiracy, and so on and so forth will commence. And from there, we know if actually that offense has been committed or not. I want to use this opportunity again to tell the whole world that the tribunal that is going on, I want to invite all the lawyers that are in charge, that are representing Labour Party, that they should come for briefing. They should come and give me updates of what is happening in that tribunal within the next 48 hours. Because right now, I'm the person on the driver's seat, and I'm fully in charge. I'm giving this opportunity for them to know that this is the order. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you.
So you'll be wondering. Some of you are like, why now? Or if you are still asking why, you are is either you are pretending or you are just completely naive. The whole entertainment is going to get, the whole support and coverage is going to get is establishment sponsored. Tifnumbu, of course. They call it a strategy in Nigeria. They say, oh, it's a strategy. People who are impoverished, people who are under the heavy yoke or every weight of oppression and poverty, they will tell you it is strategy. It's strategy. That's political strategy for you. It is absolute criminal. But guess what? Not in Nigeria. But you see those guys, not long ago. See, I was telling you a story of how they normally do. It's when election is so close, it is their time to chop. I haven't really been kind of accustomed to them acting this way when election was gone or over. You know what Apapa want to do? I'll tell you this. They are going to, you remember the day, what was that again? I think it was last week when the tribunal opened. No, it wasn't last week. It was this week, on Monday. When the tribunal opened, right, the political parties, they had about 5 or 6 political parties challenging Kolu, right? And one of them was, they had to withdraw their case. Why? Because 2 lawyers represented the same political party, the same candidate, in the same petition, and they were there trying to figure out who is the real one, who is not the real one, in front of their tribunal. At the end of the day, they had to withdraw the entire petition out of embarrassment. That's exactly what Apapa want to represent. For having the backing of the criminal APC, Egbekegbe. So what they will do is this. They're going to write a lengthy letter. Send a lengthy, what do you call it? A team, maybe not lengthy. And they're going to appear in one of these, their tribunal, presidential tribunal trial. Or it's not even a trial. Petition, Sha. And they're going to demand that on the authorization of the party chairman, they are withdrawing all the cases in court. Now, to create that confusion and to amplify it and even possibly wreck the petition of Obi, the journey is being, I've started, but if you are looking for who is sponsoring them, they are not being paid by Tifnumbu directly. Okay? They are being paid by the dubious Dapo, Ogun State governor. So, while Obi and the obedient were everywhere doing their 1 million man march, doing their sensitization and grassroots mobilization, getting people to go and sign up and pick up their voters card and all of that. These guys that have now become the Damwa Dubo of Labour Party, they were partying with dubious Dapo in Okemoson, Abeokuta. Let's go back to that time. Obi was asking you to vote out PDP and APC. Labour Party, these criminals you just saw in the video, one of them was in the government house in Okemoson. How much did they give them? 5 million naira. To get Obi's petition out of court, how much have they given them? 40 million naira. What have they promised them? Possibly nothing. Just what they can get now because of 5 million naira. They were in Okemoson. Abandoning their own candidate, governorship, assembly, rep, they quickly embrace a man who has a cash. One of them, Arabambi. Watch.
We have a comrade Oyewole Musaya, that's the secretary. Otobayinka Adeboye, that's the deputy chairman. We have Adelaide Godwin, our youth leader in the West. Olufemi Olushola, that's our central chairman for the West. And we have Prince Tosin Milu, that's our state organizing secretary. Your Excellency, let me start from the humble quotation of one Gian Benanso Gravina, who says that true maturity lies in being very, very silent, turning away and moving your motion, because when they speak, intelligent people will be very, very silent. It is this intelligence that is one of the very good attributes of our governorship candidate. I want, to be noted. We have gubernatorial candidates. We have governorship candidates. In Ogun State, we have 2 gubernatorial candidates. And in Ogun State, we have 1 governorship candidate. And that governorship candidate is our governorship candidate. Because everybody must have noted that of recent, we have all manner of declarations, endorsement on WhatsApp, endorsement in the air, as if to say their personalities and power, their evil spirit that don't show in photograph. All manner of people, they will say this party have done this party have done that, 300 people. Even yet, you see 3 days ago, I had the 300 Labour Party member defected to, but there was not a single photograph. So I don't know whether their principalities and power, whether they are evil spirits. But today, here we have life, flesh, and blood to come and endorse our governorship candidate. It's not gubernatorial. You see, we have gubernatorial candidates. They know themselves. But you see, when we say our governorship, it is not the question of our Excellency being APC governorship candidate. No, Ogun State governorship candidate, because it's returning unopposed. Yes, sir. That's why we are here. Because where you have this, criteria of endorsement, you know that person is a governorship candidate, not a gubernatorial candidate. Because where you are a gubernatorial candidate, you will see some of his subjects, they can't be to the governorship candidate. And that is exactly what we have seen in that Buffon and Moron, and I'm not going to mention their name, but I know that we have one government candidate here, and Ogun State Labour Party is here. We don't have any dissenting voices. We know ourselves. For how many years now? We have come to tell your Excellency that you are our governorship candidate. Because Ogun State must move forward. Ogun State must be productive. Ogun State must, move from this era of deception, or people that don't even know what to do to themselves, rather than promising the people of Ogun State what they can offer. I know the only man that can offer us progress in Ogun State is the governorship candidate that we have come here to endorse. So for us, Labour Party, Mr. Chairman, please you go to that side, because we are going to do what other people have not done. We are going to raise the hand of our governor, because it's our governorship. Now, because we are not principalities and power, we are not evil spirit. We are flesh and blood. So that tomorrow, no, but that one I said, you guys should always put gentleman. Everybody knows that we don't make trouble. We are just yes. We are just so our own endorsement is not behind camera, it's in front of our, it's in front of camera. So our governor here, our governorship candidate, we, Ogun State Labour Party, have come to say yes to your second term.
Arabambi. He paraded himself as Ogun State Labour Party PRO. That's what they feed on. So if you are asking who is funding them, who is funding these guys to be doing what they are doing, it's not Tifnubu directly. So there you have your answer. Dubious Dapo. And I've got more videos. Maybe you should listen to what the other one had to say. The one they presented as chairman. The one that presented himself as chairman, right? Listen.
We're not saying that even after the next 4 years, Ogun State will become the El Dorado or the Dubai of Nigeria. But we want to believe that you will do your own bit. And your bit will take Ogun State to a higher realm. That is why we have come. We want to congratulate you ahead. Even though the election may have been shifted, it also gives you opportunity to garner and gather more support to your side. Whatever little support the Labour Party can give and will give will help launch you to victory and will join in your success.
Yeah.
I want to believe the election of March 18th will be another new dawn in Ogun State. We congratulate you and your party in the election of February 25th. We congratulate the president-elect. And we are congratulating all the candidates of APC, and I think this distinguished senator-elect.
Somebody said, Mayegun, remove these clowns. I know. Or because you are watching it live, it's going to be like you wish you could skip it. And but it's part of the whole content, remember? Those were the party leaders, Labour Party leaders in Ogun State. And they are the same ones who are also in court because other people are now accused of forging signature and acting on behalf of Labour Party, which they didn't tell them. Do you get that? Anyway, the embattled chairman said, I apologize that we have hooligans, we have charlatans. As member of a Labour Party causing us this embarrassment, yeah, I'm coming back to Apapa. Well, listen to their chairman.
I remain the national chairman of the party. Sure. The party is...
Correct.
Sure.
Apapa chairman.
Correct. Labour Party is a democratic institution. Yes. And you don't use coup d'etat to take over the leadership of the party.
That's right.
You don't take over the leadership of the party from the back door. What Apapa and Co try to do, although we understand them because they have been paid by their paid masters.
Yes.
If you look at the statement they have made today, they are talking about the tribunal. Whatever they say is about the tribunal. Whatever they say is about the tribunal. And it's no longer news that these disgruntled Labour Party members have been paid to truncate the cases in tribunal. If you look at all their interviews, it is tailored towards that. Even today, it is also, they are also talking about the tribunal. And therefore, they are only satisfying their paymasters. So we urge our party members to disregard them. You don't take over the leadership of the party from the back door. Nobody appointed them. And the constitution of the party is clear as to how you remove a national chairman, how new one should emerge, who should monitor it, and so on and so forth. So it is very clear that they are trying to satisfy their paymasters, and it's unfortunate that this group of people found themselves in Labour Party. But obviously I'm not worried, because the time has come for us to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. The party was a small party. And therefore, we accommodated all forms of charlatans in the party.
Yes.
All forms of dubious people in the party. These are people who didn't offer anything to the party. Apapa scored 0 in Ogun State in the presidential election. Arabambi, who is claiming to be the public secretary, scored 0 in Ogun State in the presidential election. They even supported other candidates in other political parties. They should go and check the record. In Edo, I scored 79%.
So that's Abure. It's not disagree. It's not like, sort of fighting the fact that they may have issue. And whatever that issue is, if they want to remove him, there are procedure of how to remove him. And he has to be within their party, and it can be resolved within there. But that's not the intention. Abure Bawo, even Apapa, everyone is just like a bridge to demand that has no structure. That demand, they said, or they intentionally push to the third. We're hoping that it will go straight into oblivion and all that. Yeah? And he is not. So they are coming for him. And that is why, in Apapa's statement, once again, listen to this.
That justice has taken place today. Because under normal circumstances, we begin to doubt. But today, we are happy that the judge has acted promptly and reasonably. There's no doubt that I am now in charge. It has now been confirmed by the court that I have the right to be in charge until another order is taking place. As of today, I'm the chairman, acting chairman of the party, and anybody who parades himself, apart from myself, is acting legally. And I want to tell the whole world that come next Friday, the real suit will start, when the issue of forgery, conspiracy, and so on and so forth we commence, and from there we know if actually that offense has been committed or not. I want to use this opportunity again to tell the whole world that the tribunal that is going on, I want to invite all the lawyers that are in charge, that are representing Labour Party, that they should come for briefing. They should come and give me updates of what is happening in that tribunal within the next 48 hours. Because right now, I'm the person on the driver's seat, and I'm fully in charge. I'm giving this opportunity for them to know that this is the order.
The acting national chairman of the party was in.
So that is Apapa's position. All the lawyers representing Labour Party, they must go and brief Apapa, or else they will receive their sack letter on Channels television after 48 hours. I just thought I should help him complete the warning. So all day you will say, Abi, nothing they happen. You will say, okay. They have come out to say Labour Party is not against inauguration of Tifnumbu. That anybody that is talking about not inaugurating Tifnumbu is committing an unconstitutional review. Labour Party supports the inauguration of Tifnumbu. His own faction just announced. And Arabambi trying to send a message to the obedient. He said, listen, guys, anybody that is attacking us, all of us trying to do the right thing in Labour Party, everybody abusing us is obedient. The real obedient, they obey the law, they follow the law, and they support Apapa according to Arabambi. He has the message for you. I don't think you will like the message, but I'm still going to deliver it anyway. So, he was in a car. Where's that clip? Hang on. He was in a car, and he was pretty much upset, by the way, very upset, that a lot of you don't understand the politics. You are obedient, fine, but the fact that you rebuked those who are trying to gaslight you, for example, when Soyinka called you fascist, and a lot of you rebuked that, and you pushed back, and you know what that caused, right? Obi had to come in and say, I apologize. And another one said, oh, yeah, the Pastor Adeboye said, Tifnumbu is going to fix Nigeria with God, with the help of God. And you pushed back as well. So according to Arabambi, now you obedience. Now una did spoil obedience name. I'm a little bit not confused. I don't know about you. Listen to the message. This one is going to be annoying. The other ones are boring, or maybe annoying and boring. This is going to be like annoying, boring, annoying, and then boring again. Maybe not boring, but annoying. Watch this.
PO granted an interview where he lambasted the obedient people that are attacking Pastor Adeboye. Obedient people will definitely respect the law. But obedient, they are not members of Labour Party. These are reneged, from most of these mushroom parties, people that have no bearing. Those are the people we call obedient. They are not part of us. They are just mercenaries. I hope you get me.
Yes.
These are a bunch of mercenaries. These are people that are predators, They thought our party is an avenue for them to come and enlighten their illegal coast. But the obedient are the people that are with Labour Party. They have agreed to follow the rule of law. And that's what I said, that obedient and Labour Party members should be wary of anybody that wants to cause war. How will you tell me you are in Nigeria and you want to plunge us into war? Look at what is happening in Sudan. Is that the kind of thing anybody want to tell me? The blood of Nigeria is so important. Are you getting me?
Yeah,
To the interest of anybody. So those are the people I call obedient. They are not members of Labour Party. So we don't want them in Labour Party. They should stay where they are coming from. They do not make any statement using the name of Labour Party. They are not allowed because they are not a member. So that is what we are saying. The obedient are the Labour Party family. Who will stand by the rule of law? Who will obey the law, of Nigeria? Or anybody who is calling for an interim administration, anybody who say no, don't do swearing in on May 29, we call them obedient. Because where is the antecedent? PO was a governor, do not forget, it was Talemba and Yuba. Nobody said, oh, you must not be sworn in. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was challenged in court. Yadra was challenged in court. President Buhari was challenged in court. Was there any time anybody say, oh, do not do swearing for them? No. So wherever they get their decision from, I don't know. But you see, for most of these obedience, they are behaving like like a non-Nigerian, those who just have interest in plunging us into war, and they are not members of our party. That's why I call on the security agency that whosoever in any capacity call for bloodshed in Nigeria, they should be arrested. They are not members of the Labour Party. We don't want our name as a political party to go down the issue of Nigeria as a political party that bring Nigeria against themselves. That plunging Nigeria into war, we do not want that. That was not the ideology. I can't be in the party for 14 years. Some people now tell me they know the party more than we do. They should go back to where they're coming from. If they know what they are doing. If they want to claim they know they have what they should go back to their party and build it.
So according to him, the obedient are those who are not asking that Tinubu must not be sworn in. Are you with me? And the obedient, according to him, are those